Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Choosing You podcast. This is part 2 of the topic fake friends in our adulthood, women between women, and the whole ghosting culture. So, part 2 because we were talking about this last week already. So, if you want to dive into that more, you can listen to last week's episode. Other than that, if not, you can just start from here. To briefly summarize what was talked about last week. Last week, the focus was on understanding why adult women friendships are so much more different than what we were used to in our early and mid-20s, and how that changed because we have been, living other lives when we hit the early 30s, when our priorities shift, and when we understand that our time is very limited on this earth and we are much more defined on where we are going, and we understand that our time is and cannot be wasted like it used to be before that. So we have a lot of more intention going on when we meet people and when we meet women and when we want to step into friendships with those women. But it is very hard given the situation that there's a lot of competition going on and a lot of insecurity going on, and there's a lot of reasons why women want to be friends with you, but not like the kind, nice, honest reasons. Mostly about when they want to get something from you, like information or whatever, and then they would slowly, abandon you, I would say like this, through different options. So I would like to dive into this a little bit more today. To dive into this topic a little bit more, we have to understand one hard truth that is just there and there's not much we can do about it, because even though we have all grown up, we are not teenagers anymore, we are not children anymore, we are all grown-up women. There will be still women in our early 30s, mid-30s, and 30s, in their 40s, even in their 50s, who will be still acting like children, not their age. Which means we will be facing and keep facing friendships where we will be struggling with closure. There will be a lot of nice and friendly faces in the beginning, and then they will just step away from it because they somehow prefer ghosting you instead of being honest with you, and they will give you a silent treatment, or there will be many things they will do but not telling you the honesty, not telling you the truth, and slowly walk away from you. And that is something you can't change. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't have any friendships in your life anymore. I mean, to totally avoid that, you really have to shut down from ever making new friends again. But that is just not the reality. The reality is we have to keep learning. We have to keep, meeting people and living the way we are, a real who we are, and just act accordingly to people and to women when we meet them, when we face situations like this again, and to be stronger and to be the adult in that somehow friendship. And again, even though you're super honest and you want to talk about it and you want to, understand why friends are going different ways, that is not something everyone wants as well. Like, it will happen a lot that you will not have the closure that you want, that there will be no final conversation between you and the other woman. And that is something we just have to accept, because not everyone is capable of being honest and talk about it and, seeing you as who you are and respect you. And you might be sitting now and listening to that conversation and you might be thinking, but that is so unfair. Like, you have been there for somebody in their hardest times and you listened to them when they needed you, and you texted them and you called them and you have been available for them without, any strings attached. You just wanted to have a genuine women friendship, and now they're turning their back on you like this. I mean, life is not fair. It's really hard. I'm so sorry to tell you that, but it's another experience that you gain. You gave all of yours and you didn't receive the same thing in return. And please understand that in this kind of situation where you feel unfair treated, it is very natural that you would try to chase this certain person and try to understand why they're doing things, because you want to just prove you didn't do anything wrong, did you? So you really want to have like a clean finish. You understand something is wrong and you're just trying to approach the person. You lower your own standards just to reach that person and, whatever game they're playing. And I just want you to understand that if you have been chasing a friend, a so-called friend, I would like you to stop chasing that person and just stop that cycle of maybe your natural behavior if people turn your backs on you like that. I mean, as I was saying in the previous week's episode, in our early 30s, we understand that we have no time to waste and our time is so precious and our clock is ticking. So we really choose wisely whom we're spending time with and whom we're making friends with. So if you are being in a situation where you feel like, I feel a slow fade of that person, I feel a ghosting pattern is happening, I feel like that person is moving away from me, is texting less, is really starting to be maybe rude, I see a lot of cancellations coming from the person, like we can't really meet anymore, or like really empty promises, like they're checking their schedule, they're always telling you, oh, we really need to meet and I need to check, and they're really busier than, I don't know, what example can we take? I used the example of a K-drama actor in the previous one because they're really busy. Maybe we can take that example again. Like they pretend they're so busy that even like in 6 months time period, they don't even have an hour for you. And this is very exaggerated. This is like, how is that possible? I mean, even we are busy. How is that possible that in a half of a year, you don't even have 30 minutes to 60 minutes for me? How is that possible? But pretending to be so missing you and really want to meet you, if that person really wants to, they will find a time. And you could meet anytime. It's not that you're the one that has specific time schedules. So anyways, if you feel like there's some shift in change in behavior, don't question that. The person is grown up, is an adult. You're not talking to a child, okay? So please don't start to like over communicating, over questioning stuff if you feel like the person is pulling away. And don't chase anybody, that so-called friend who's maybe already half out of the door because for whatever reason they don't actually like you the way that maybe they wanted to, maybe they just don't like who you are. And that doesn't mean we have to change. We just stay exactly who we are, where we are, and we are not changing for random people. And I was already mentioning dignity. I want you to exit with dignity, which means you don't need that last word. You don't need a closure. If that person is not giving you the opportunity to talk about it, don't. Then this person doesn't deserve your time. In that kind of situation, it doesn't make any sense to confront anybody who has already shown that they can't handle a real closure, they can't handle a real conversation. And the most powerful thing you can do right now is literally remove yourself and your energy from them silently. Don't announce it, don't send them a last message, don't block them. Just be normal. Just be a normal person because you had a life before them and you will have a life after them. And I don't know how deep your friendship was, but you will survive. I understand that sometimes we misread intentions of other people. That is very normal. You will survive. It's gonna hurt you a lot. Depends again on the depth of the friendship you thought you had, but maybe it wasn't as deep as you thought from the beginning. And if you face a lot of friendships like this and a lot of situations like this, I mean, it's very natural that you would think, okay, I'm not gonna have more friendships, I'm not gonna meet more women, and I don't want to be friends with them anymore because it's just really annoying how it all turns out. I just want you to not become bitter and not just think that everyone out there is gonna be like this. Like everyone now is just not able to have friendships anymore. And I just want you to remind yourself that their inability to communicate is about their limitations. It's not your value. It doesn't mean you have done anything wrong. It's just they are choosing ghosting over honesty. And again, focus on those people that actually show up and that actually show you, I want to be friends with you and I respect you. And don't let the fake people take up space meant for the ones who actually care about you. And being in our 30s, again, is all about finding ourselves, understanding that we are not a rock that someone can step onto, and we have to protect our boundaries. We have to set them and we have to protect them. And it is okay that some people will come across you and they will don't like them and they will not like your boundaries and they want to overstep them and they want to disrespect you. And especially women who are just a lot of jealousy happening, a lot of enviness is happening, a lot of competition is happening. You will see that, you will feel that a lot, but you just don't let them overstep it. The lesson you have to learn from all those fake women out there is that you're actually not losing a friend. They're actually really doing a good thing that they're leaving. Don't waste your energy on a closure because some people just don't get it. How much you're explaining, they will not get it. It's nice. They're leaving and they're clearing a spot for someone who actually is gonna care about you and who actually has the capacity to meet you where you are and to accept you for who you are. I think this is the most important thing, to see that not as a problem, but to see that as an opportunity to actually meet people who care. And I really want that for you. So don't be so sad. Your friend maybe is waiting just around the corner. And just happy that you have listened. And if you have encountered something like this, I would be happy to see that in the comments. And let's meet again next week. Thank you so much for listening.